at the C building. Both of them are very close to one another. But the best part is this.
Oh, no.
Somewhere far away, it's got to be Revenant versus the side of Godlike, which I least expected. I was speaking about this, right? Revenant Esports are going to extend themselves to take away those early ones. But Jonathan giving the right kind of backup fierce. He's going to be, very, very irritated that he came in, extended himself so much. Will be losing one of the key players, MJ. And Jonathan again saving his comrade. It's going to be Aditya. The firepower is back into the side of Godlike.
Firepower for sure is back in Godlike, but what a massive debacle for Revenant Esports to kind of lose a player like that, especially a player like MJ, who has sort of proved in time and time again that he is that one guy who you can always rely on in cases of in times of distress. And I think this time Jonathan was also sort of a little lucky to find that Uzi early on in battle. I mean, or Godlike Jelly specifically, just finding that spray and finding that connection against Newman, but not really work.
Good to see Jelly sticking to his team. That's very rare sight for us. Jelly has always been the person to scout around, especially when the team is in the open. Before I've seen him, he really wants to scout around and see if there is any kind of hard compound present here and there. But this time, he sticks to his team, adds on to the firepower, shows that they're concentrating more on those finish points rather than making themselves comfortable inside the circle.
Absolutely, but on the other side, it seems like 4HM, they're not really in the best of positions right now. Surrounded by a plethora of teams, even MGZ, Shadow 7 gets taken down. Scout and others would love to take an exit from the situation, but he's under heavy fire. His buggy is almost blown out. Godlike just applying so much pressure. It's just one player from 4HM who is still surviving and carrying the responsibility. But the split coming in from Godlike, it's absolutely immaculate. Too much pressure. Will Thug be able to hold on to it? I'm not really sure, Arka.
The last man standing, he'll have a lot of job yet again. One, he has to put smokes all around and make sure that his team stays alive. On the other side, he also has to attack the teams who are actually attacking them right now. Marcus Gaming on one side, Godlike on the other. And I do believe after this, it's going to be hard for the side of Team 4HM to even stand on their feet and take the fight against the opponents.
Absolutely. Another nade being tossed in the right direction, but revival has been found. It's Blaze13 who is back on his track, but as soon as we say that, the nade from Z-God comes in and man absolutely rips the blow off. Like with that formation, even though Jonathan and his teammate was already on that flank, it's not really needed, but now they move on to another target and that's going to be Marcus Gaming.
They're playing it very well if you ask me. I told you this already, we might see an aggressive kind of Godlike play over here. Johnny might be the person to lead the fight. Aditya is going to give him the right kind of backup. But let's not forget that Jelly is not concentrating on circles anymore, but rather on all those finishes. Marcus Gaming caught at the corner of the circle. They have their backs against the wall. There's another team pretty close by in the name of MG.
They certainly are close by. Shots will be connected. These players, they're absolutely precise when it comes to hitting those pixels, and it seems like you can't give them an inch because they'll take miles away from it. Godlike are looking ruthless right now. Z-God, Jelly and Jonathan share 6 frags amongst them. It seems like they're looking for more. And this is a new look Godlike. They're playing in from the edges, but being very aggressive about it. They're not stopping and avoiding collision. And it seems like right up front, there are 2 teams. They've got MG and you've got Marcus Gaming 0. And it seems like Dark Lord from the backlines once again will be fired. The split coming in from MG has sort of startled them a little bit.
Oh yes, but also Soul is good, showing his back towards the side of Godlike, which is not a good thing for him. And eventually, if they start striking, they're going to be striking hard. The play zone is going to put down Scout as well. Marcus Gaming in deep troubles as Syed will be looking forward to clear the teams with those grenades. Has already tossed 1 or 2, and Soul has already lost few of his HP. And I would love to see whether he's going to sustain or get finished off.
This northern part of the circle, there is so much happening. There are so many teams. It seems like 4 teams just duking it out, and of course, also involved the third parties and the fourth parties. Syed OP out in the open. You are not making a mistake at this level like that and getting away with it. Jonathan was extremely quick to punish that, but on the other side, it's Godlike on a roll right now. 8 finishes already, and a couple of more being knocked out right in front of them. Yeti as well as Pari just surviving, just holding on, hoping that some of their teammates will be coming back and reviving, but that's not happening. On the other side, even Mavi gets eliminated. So This is an absolute havoc which is wrecking in the northern part of the circle right now.
Oh yes, I am not shocked at all, but at the same time I would love to see how Godlike will be able to counter out the firepower of Revenant, who are actually concentrating on them being in the open, and MG is not far away. He's going to be the center of attraction for all this action as long as he's got some gas in his vehicle, but once he runs out of it and the vehicle gets exploded, I don't think so he's going to stay alive. There it is, shots comes in from the side of Insane, rather playing very insanely.
Absolutely, but you know what? I think there are two teams who have the best of positions right now. It's going to be Godlike and it's going to be Team Insane, but both of them converge from two ends of the circle. If they live up to their usual potential, I think they are going to be scavenging for those finishes. And Revenant Esports, from a position where they could have dominated, right now are caught in the middle of things. They are in the middle of nowhere with no cover whatsoever. The Buggy is not going to protect Fierce from every single shot that is coming his way. But Z-God almost getting knocked out from that nade itself. Who was it coming from?
It is coming from Insane, not far away, and they're making sure that they restrict the side of Godlike to come out in the open. But Jonathan, he's looking strong. 7 finishes already in their name, and I do believe from here on he's going to be picking up some more as he's heading towards Max Kosh. It's going to be important for him, but what a gameplay with that DBS. Steps out, puts him down as well. 8 finishes, but need backup as it's going to be coming his way in the name of Z-God.
A little too hasty in that one. That was a one and done move from Jonathan. Quickly getting knocked out, but his teammate was quick to kind of find that revive. But it seems like Z-God is under heavy pressure right now, especially with the smokes as well. There is nothing that they can potentially do. Their position has been marked and multiple teams are on the prowl. It's not just Revenant, it's Newman as well. And Newman from the backlines has managed to hit Godlike where it actually hurts. 2 players have been taken down, both Jonathan and Jelly, and now Z-God has been knocked out. It all comes down to Aditya.
14 finishes strong is what Godlike are looking. The grenade's projectile seems to be perfect against the side of Revenant. Can the revenge be taken over here? As TWM him, he's coming around to check what's happening far away. Aditya, he's still got 2 grenades. One grenade kind of connects and does damage against the side of Aditya. As against Revenant, Fierce. As the second grenade, this one is perfect towards Apollo. Can it do the damage? It does do the damage, but how can he survive the next few?
It's not going to be about surviving the next few. It's about holding that same position for a while right now, because he does not have any pieces of equipment as of now to help him come out of that spot. I don't think he has a lot of smokes to work with. He does not have a vehicle at his disposal as well. Seems like Aditya is stuck behind that rock for a while. On the other side, Team Insane and Newman keep on piling up the pressure for the other teams. Aditya does find some cheeky little frags. U4G, what were they doing? Scott napping out there, and Aditya quickly converts those 2 finishes. Absolutely important for his team success, and now Godlike have 16 finishes to their name. An immaculate number. But Aditya will have the task of adding more, and now look at this, Team Insane just starting to march, and Adi's on the prowl.
The 3 teams predicted now inside the circle. Insane, Godlike, as well as Revenant. I would love to see how Newman is going to chime in over here. They have the high ground advantage. That is, they have the knowledge of what's happening inside the circle. All they have to do is wait for the iron to get hot and then strike in. Adi, he's the closest towards the side of Revenant. I don't know how many grenades he's got so far, but if he's got some in his name, 2 easy finishes is what he can pick up. Aditya, he knows the situation right now. The circle is far away. All he can do is pick up finishes and then, damage the side of Revenant as well.
Damage the side of Revenant, but the amount of real estate, the amount of map control that Insane have right now, it's very hard to break this deadlock. Adi has managed to find his team inside the circle, while the rest of them will follow up in terms of the firepower from inside. Of course, Fierce will find that knock on towards Clutch God. A lot of hard work was done by Adi. It seems like it's been snatched away, but Insane are still okay with it. They know Revenant and their positions. They also know the fact that 1 player from Godlike is still alive. And 8 players in 4 teams. This is going to be an end game of a lifetime.
Revenant, they have the best position if you ask me. If they don't step out of the cover, Aditya will have to step out, and that is when Apollo is going to strike. He comes out right next to the vehicle. He's got to be shot at. He gets finished off over here. A 2v4 situation, if you ask me, because Vexy has more view towards the side of Insane rather than that of Revenant, as Adi is going to be cooking up that grenade.
What?
Tosses it to perfection. Fierce gets taken down, and Dark Lord is going to be traded off as well. Apollo is going to be the next man to get that damage from the grenade. But let's see who ends the story over here.
3 players from Insane still alive, but Apollo, man being that Greek god, is still holding on to that life for Revenant Esports, but he instantly gets shut down. And what we expected, Team Insane, from having that bit of map control, it seems like they never really lost it when it came to that final circle. That control was always there.
Yeah.